It was well past midnight, the kind of deep, inky black that swallows up everything except what's right in front of you. Sarah was driving home, her headlights cutting 2 weak tunnels through a thick, rolling fog that had descended upon the countryside. The road was a lonely ribbon of asphalt, winding through dark, sleeping woods. The only sounds were the hum of the engine and the soft swish of the tires on the damp pavement. She was tired, her eyelids feeling heavy as lead weights. All she could think about was crawling into her warm bed, glancing up at her rearview mirror to check the empty road behind her. Her heart suddenly slammed against her ribs. He was just there, a man sitting bolt upright in the back seat. She hadn't heard the door open, hadn't felt the car dipped with his weight. He was just there. His clothes were dark, blending into the shadows, but his face was pale, almost luminous in the gloom. He was completely motionless, his eyes fixed on her, not blinking, not breathing, just staring. Panic shot through her like an electric current. Her breath hitched in her throat. Who was he? How did he get in her car? Her mind raced, a jumble of terrifying possibilities. She gripped the steering wheel, her knuckles turning white. Her first instinct was to scream, but the sound was trapped in her lungs. Acting on pure adrenaline, she slammed on the brakes. The car screeched to a halt in the middle of the desolate road, the tires protesting against the wet asphalt. Whipping her head around to confront the intruder, she found nothing. The back seat was empty. The air was still. There was no sign that anyone had ever been there. Her heart was still hammering, a frantic drumbeat in the sudden silence. Was she losing her mind? At the long day and the hypnotic drive-through, the fog finally made her hallucinate. She took a deep, shaky breath, trying to calm her frantic nerves. It had to be a trick of the light, a shadow playing games with her exhausted mind. It had to be trying to convince herself it was nothing. She put the car back in drive and slowly continued on her way, her eyes flicking nervously to the rearview mirror every few seconds. The back seat remained stubbornly empty. Just as a sliver of relief began to creep back in, her phone buzzed on the passenger seat, the screen lighting up the dark cab. It was a text from an unknown number. Her blood ran cold as she read the words. You should have kept driving. A wave of nausea washed over her. This wasn't in her head, tease was real. With a trembling hand, she forced her gaze back up to the rearview mirror. He was there. Again, closer this time, leaning forward from the back seat so his face was just behind her shoulder. The pale, unblinking eyes were still fixed on her. But now, his lips were stretched into a wide, unnatural smile. It was a smile that held no warmth, no humor, only a chilling, terrifying promise of what was to come. And in that moment, Sarah knew that the fog outside was nothing compared to the darkness that had just entered her car. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chills. Let me know in the comments what you would have done in Sarah's situation. Stay safe, and see you in the next video.